Welcome back, everyone. I am John.
And I'm Claire.
And today we're talking about an article called Angry Renters. The opposite would be angry landlords as well. However, this one is kind of focusing on people who are renting their house and sort of the complaints they may be having about their landlords, maybe not treating them as good as possible, as well as they should, or maybe even trying to, I don't want to say scam, but at least, try to do as little as possible or even less than that. Do you currently rent your home?
I do, yes. Okay. For all my time in Korea, I have been a renter. And for many years in Russia and for many years in the UK as well. I have never been lucky enough to own my own home.
That dream seems a little bit further and further away every day, doesn't it?
Yes, yes. I don't know if I will ever be a homeowner. Who knows?
Do you know the pros and cons of owning a house versus renting?
Well, I do think there are pros, there are cons as well as pros to owning your own house. You know, I'm not a real big sort of DIY type person. I wouldn't call myself a handy type of gal. So it does scare me a little bit that if I owned my own home, I would have to do a lot of repairs on the home, and I'd have, if repairs need doing, I would have to spot them and in time. And yes, that feels like a lot of responsibility when I'm not that knowledgeable. So that could be a con. I
have to admit, I was kind of having a hard time finding the pros of renting over buying, but I think the maintenance is a big one. If you have a good landlord, you can live pretty worry-free knowing that the main things in the house are going to be taken care of. Actually, I was so used to fixing my own stuff because of the poor landlord management in the US sometimes that I started to do that here, and I was not yelled at, but almost chided by one of my friends that they said, you have to let the landlord or lady do it because you could get in trouble if something goes wrong. I was like, okay, I guess I have to do that then.
I suppose it might take longer because you've got to tell them and then they've got to sort it out. And sometimes you think, if I just do it myself, it'll be quicker.
It's done today. Yeah.
If it's a little thing.
Well, that is true. Well, let's go ahead and talk about this deeper. It sounds like you have some stories that I'm wanting to dive into. So let's go ahead and read the entire article, or if you don't have enough time, read that summary, and we'll see you soon.
Angry renters. It's natural for some disagreements to exist between landlords and renters. Landlords have to watch out for bad tenants and deal with those who are overly demanding. But tenants often feel that their landlords have a lot of power over them, and it's easy for them to be abusive. Recently, tenants in Korea's subsidized private rental program have had a lot of complaints, saying they have been unfairly charged for minor damage and denied basic maintenance services.